Greetings, Ranger fans. I'm Bryan Montgomery, joined today by head coach Brandon Hickman. The Rangers heading into district play this Friday against Plano West. Coach, thanks for joining us, and a great way to close the non-district slate with a nice win against Wiley here at Post Hill Stadium. And I think really the big thing to talk about with that matchup is how the offensive line set the tone for 5 rushing touchdowns. The team doing a great job with clock management and field position. Just talk about your thoughts on that offense and what they were able to do in that game.
We wanted to establish the line of scrimmage up front. I thought our offensive line played great. We were able to tempo them early in the game a little bit, and guys were sustaining blocks. We were able to eat up 9 minutes on the clock, I think, at one point in the game, which was big for us. And just, you got to be able to establish a run. If you want to win games, especially with the weather, the way it's been the last 3 weeks, you got to be able to run the football. And that was something we were able to really do a good job with the other night and get behind those big boys. And they were clearing some holes out there for our running backs.
And then talking about that factor the last 2 weeks, being able to utilize and accommodate the weather conditions that you're facing in the game were huge. And I think the Rangers have definitely done that, and we've seen that. Just talk about, on the field for you when those conditions change as a coaching staff. How do you handle that?
I mean, you change your game plan a little bit. You can't throw the ball around, and if the weather's bad, obviously if there's rain, it's hard for the quarterback to grip the ball. And it makes it more slick. So, you got to be able to run the football, and that's something we've really focused on the last couple months is getting really good in our run game. I feel comfortable with where that's at. I thought we also threw the ball well and did some good things once the rain delay was up and the kids got back on the field. So, we're excited about this group. We've got a good football team. We take care of the football and play good defense, and we're going to be tough to beat. And, one thing our defense is able to I think you get 6 3-and-outs, which I thought was really huge for us on defense to get that, and then also a couple turnovers there late in the game.
And then, Coach, you switch focus from this non-district schedule to the district schedule with the new alignment. A little bit different this year. You're going to have 2 in-district games prior to the bye week. How does that schedule change, alter how you prepare for Week 4 and Week 5?
It doesn't change much. What it does make you do is the off week you gotta be careful with doing too much. We want to make that a time where our kids get rested up. Our seniors will be going on community days, and so I like it better than we've had in the past. I like playing 5 games, having your off week, and then going 5 more district games. I think that's a nice little break for us. So we've got our game with Plano West, and then we've got one more game at home, and then we've got a break there before we hit that 5-game stretch. They're all very important, obviously, and but it's worked out real well, I think, so far.
And then now that matchup against Plano West, the team that definitely has some history with Jesuit. I think we go back to that playoff game a couple of years ago, a fantastic contest between the 2 squads. And looking at that matchup against the Plano West Wolves, what should Ranger fans expect in that matchup?
I mean, they've got a good football team. They've got a lot of talent. They've got a lot of kids in the school. They've got a lot of kids that play football there, and our main thing is focusing on what we can do to get better. I thought we turned up the heat a little bit in practice this week as far as just doing the little things right and getting the kids to really practice harder than we've ever practiced. I felt like Tuesday, Wednesday practice was probably the 2 best practices we've had this year. The kids came out ready to go and with a great attitude, and the focus is a little sharper, I think, now that district's approaching, and these games count, and our goal is to make the playoffs every year, and that's something that we got to take that step Friday night, playing a good Plano West team.
Well, Coach, thank you so much for joining us, and best of luck to you on Friday. Again, the Rangers taking on Plano West, a different start time in district, 7 p.m. kickoff at John Clark Stadium in Plano. And as always, be sure to keep it locked into JesuitRangers.org for all of your up-to-date Rangers info.